Hi, I wanted to give you some more information after the lab um, about the homework assignment and what you have to do. The thing to really understand is that once you have a solution that works for a particular problem, trying to reuse it for a different problem is really a key part of programming. So here I've put kind of like part of the elements that you will need for breaking the amount of money into dollar bills. So see, if I start with an amount which is an integer, say 123, if I divide that with the integer division by 20, I get the number of 20s, and the number of 20s in this case is 6. Then if I compute the leftover as being the modulo, or whatever remains when I divide amount by 20, then I get in left 3. And then I continue like this. So this program here shows that the number of 10s is the leftover, divided integer division by 10, and so on. So once you have something like that that works, then, and you have something to do that is very similar, like finding the number of coins, you want to use the same approach. And this approach works well because we're dealing with integers. So the trick here is that now if you have an amount that is a float, so you want to find the number of bills, well, you have a recipe that works for integers. So you need to transform amount into two new integers, one that is going to contain 123, one that is going to contain 45. Once you have that, then your two recipes that you have just need to be updated or modified a tiny bit, and then you have your program. So just want to give you some sense of how you can take this and transform it into two new integers. Well, to get just 123 is fairly easy. If I take the integer part of amount, I get 123, so that's it. So I can assign that to a variable, and then I apply my recipe, divide by 20, divide by 10, divide by 5, leftover is 1, and then I have everything that I want. The point 45 is a little more tricky, but not that much. So how do I somehow get the integer 45 out of this number? Well, I see that point 45 is definitely 100 times too small. So what happens if I multiply amount by 100? I get 12,345, and the 45 now is on the right side of the decimal point. So what I need to do is to find a way to somehow just get the 45 part. So right now it's a float. I need to make it an int. So how about int of amount times 100? That's 12,345. Good. So, so I have 123, and I have 12,345. Well, if I multiply that 123 by 100, what do I get? So int amount times 100. That's 12,300. The difference between this 12,345 and this is 45, and that's an integer. I can assign that to a variable and then apply that recipe that I have of dividing by different quantities, keeping the leftover at every step, and then I'll have the number of coins. So strong recommendation, just use integers for the part where you break down the quantity into different denominations.